Hi, it's Thomas again, and today I am going to talk about dinosaurs versus dragons. Well, what's the problem with that? We will see that in this presentation, and if you ask yourself why uh, I wanted to make a presentation, well, it's easier for me to have something physical in front of my eyes and kind of, okay, have like a paper, where you can read or have your ideas written and you can talk about them. Well, it's easier for me and perhaps for you too if you can see it on the screen. Well, let's go. First, a condition. Condition. Okay. It's not really a condition, it's a fact. The truth is, I read this, what I'm going to talk about in the Bible. Well, we are Christians, so we believe in the Bible. Well, not all of us are Christians. I'm not going to say anything about the others. Well, I read it in the Bible. For me, the Bible is a guide for my life, okay. And well, I'm a creationist, so I don't believe in evolution. For creationists, this will be a bit of a shock, but not that much like for evolutionists. And well, I believe that there was a flood sometime, and yeah, the Bible describes it very clearly. And if you believe in the Bible and are creationists, so then you will believe in this thing too, in the flood. Well, yeah, our topic, dinosaurs. What does the Bible say about dinosaurs? Does it say something? Yes, it does. I read this in Job 40, verse 15 to 18. In English Standard Version is it written. Yeah, I have also a Bible in English Standard Version, and I said it would be nice to have the same also on the screen. Well, I'm going to read, "Behold, Behemoth, which I made as I made you, he eats grass like an ox. Behold, his strength is in his loins, and his power in the muscles of his belly. He makes his tail stiff like a cedar. The sinews of his thighs are knit together. His bones are tubes of bronze. His limbs like bars of iron." Well, we're going to analyze or study this characteristics which are written here. First, it eats grass like an ox. It's strong in its loins. Well, it's strong in its loins. It's very clear what it's saying about that. It has power in the muscles of his belly, of course. Think of elephants and other strong animals we know. Its tail is like a cedar. Okay, we're going to come back on that. Sinews of his thighs are knit together, and bones are tubes of bronze. Okay, that means both of that. Those mean they're big and strong animals. I mean, before going further, we can think of three animals when we read these characteristics of the animal, of the behemoth. Well, one is elephant, the second hippopotamus, and the third is a so-called dinosaur. Yeah. About the cedar, it's a tree. It's a tree, and here you can see one is a pic I found on the internet. I wanted to show you what a cedar looks like. And I also drew one in paint. It looks like a Christmas tree, but okay, it's just for looking at it, not staring. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's a cedar. And yeah, what animal is that? The behemoth. Well, we have the elephant as one of the three animals. We have one problem. He has a strong belly, strong legs. You see, it's a strong animal, but he has no tail like a cedar. He has a tail like a rope or something like that. Well, that's his problem. Well, imagine yourself an elephant with a tail like a cedar. Well, like a tail from a dinosaur. Would love. Well, it's hard to say this name, hippopotamus. Okay. Also, strong enough. I read in some translations in Romanian, for example, they didn't call it behemoth, they call it hippopotamus, and it was so wrong. And thank God I read it in English, in the English translation, and it was the right name. Yeah. They also have a problem with the tail. It hasn't. They have no tail of a cedar, like a cedar. You can see the tail from the little one if you look closely. It's a little tail, or maybe they don't have tails. Yeah, but they have a little tiny tail, and that's all. Well, now we got a dino, and yeah, he's the first and the one out of three animals we know that has also a tail like a cedar, and that's exactly the animal we were talking about. Well, there are also other dinosaurs. They are just maybe on two legs, but they also have strong physique. Um, they are strong physically, and they also have a tail like a cedar. Well, that's about the behemoth as animal. We wanted to choose to find out which animal that is. So, dinosaurs are actually behemoth called in the Bible. And first problem is that Job lived after the flood. We call flood, yeah. And that means dinosaurs or behemoths existed after the flood. How did they survive the flood? Actually, easy. Well, most people say, well, they are too big and they couldn't fit in that ark, and who the heck would take them because they would destroy the ark. Well, they have quite some tons. And yeah, it's true. They were very big and heavy, yeah. But logically thinking, we can assume that they didn't take big animals. So not the big ones, they took babies. They took babies which are small and could fit in the ark and don't destroy the ark too. Yeah. What I also found out was that they were actually called dragons, and well, we know them as dragons. So mythology wasn't lying when they said there were dragons, they flew, spit fire. Yeah, some of them flew and spit fire, that's true. And yeah, well, now you're asking yourself, well, why don't we see them anymore? Where are they gone? Yeah, it's like always, man hunts animal. If it's dangerous, he hunts it. If it's nice and he wants a carpet for his house, he hunts it. Okay. If he wants to sell whatever it has interesting, he hunts it. And that's exactly the kind of thing they did to dragons. Yeah, they hunt them. And in mythology, they also hunted dragons because they were, well, they were a threat to people. And that's true. And it's not just a myth, after all. It's a real history, and it happened. Where did they live? Well, what I know about that is that they lived in marshes. That's where they lived. Well, do they still exist? Yes. And that's a bomb for everyone, also for me. Um, that's heavy. In the center of Congo, there's the biggest marsh which ever existed, well, which exists on Earth nowadays. And it's still unexplored. Just 50% was explored until now. And the ones who explored it say they have seen creatures that looked like dragons or, well, because I don't want to confuse you, dinosaurs. Actually, dragons, maybe in our mind, dragons are dragons and dinosaurs are dinosaurs, although they have things in common. And it's like dinosaurs with, yeah, elephants. Yeah, they have things in common, but nope. Dinosaurs are dinosaurs, but they actually were known as dragons. And in our mind, we still have this separation made because it's so heavy for us. Well, that's exactly the kind of thing I wanted to show you today. The world is full of surprises. To all of us who we can say we know everything about the world. That's bullshit. We don't know anything about our planet and about our history, about the history of animals. Which animals existed? We say dinosaurs existed millions of years ago, and they were extinct. But that's trash, people. We still have dragons on this earth. Although we don't want to believe it, some of us. Because this fact would just destroy the theory of evolutionism, and evolution would be just, how shall I say, put in the archive to be destroyed, forgotten forever. And our friend Darwin would be forgotten forever, and his theory also. Well, that's true, and I don't care if some of you don't believe it, or If you believe it, it's very good. But I want to believe what the Bible says and what I can see in front of my eyes. What's a fact? And there is a man who discovered it actually, who studied this. He said he will give, he promises kind of, 50,000 pounds, no, not pounds, that's 50,000 US dollars, to the one who will bring him facts, real facts that evolution really is happened and creationism is crap. And that's what he said. Well, who will bring me facts that, well, with proof, not just, like the science does today. Well, he wants facts with proof, and he promised $50,000 to the man or woman or whatever you are, who gives him that proof that evolution is indeed happened. Well, and that's like all for today, for now. And we'll see next time what we are talking about, and I'm really looking forward to it. Bye.